Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are doing another book review today. This is the last one of the batch, so if you watched 3 book videos ago, this is the same one. That made no sense. Just ignore that whole sentence. I don't know where I was going with that. But today we are reviewing Fateless by Julie Kagawa. This is an ARC copy that I was super lucky to get from one of my friends on Instagram. She received the ARC. She enjoyed the story, but not enough to keep it, and she knows that Julie Kagawa is my favorite author of all time, so she reached out and asked if I'd be interested in her sending the ARC to me, and I was like, hell yeah. And so I now have an ARC of my favorite author, and it's really special because Julie Kagawa, as far as I know, doesn't really go on tour. She's not huge. She has a lot of books out, and she's not really on social media much either. So it's really cool to have this because it's hard to get something like this. And the other special part is it's numbered. I have number 7 out of 25, and 7 is my favorite number, so it just feels like it was meant to be. I gave this book 4 stars. It is the first book in a new trilogy from Julie Kagawa. And it was really good. It wasn't my favorite of hers that I've ever read. Again, my favorite author. I will read pretty much anything she writes. I don't care. But I felt like it wasn't as good. Like, it was good, but it wasn't as good as some of her other stuff. And that might just be because I'm 26 now, and these are young adult novels, and maybe I'm just getting too old to be fully wowed by them anymore. I don't know. But we shall see. But the one thing I really did enjoy about this was that it was super unique. Like, it was unlike, in terms of, like, plot, world building, it was different from anything she's written before, and different from anything I've really read before. It's, like, set in, like, an alternate reality, in kind of like a Middle Eastern-ish setting. Like, you're in a city which is in the middle of the desert, and you live in a world, I don't know if it's supposed to be Earth or not, but you live on a world that has 2 suns, and the suns have names. I can't remember what the names of the suns are, but basically one sun rises, and then like a couple hours later the second sun rises, but the one moves at a different pace across the sky than the other one does, and so at, like, I don't know, it might be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, both suns are at the peak. And so they call that time demon hour. And basically during demon hour, when both suns are at the peak, nobody goes outside because it is so hot, like, you won't survive going outside. And that's, like, just such a small part of the overall book itself, but, like, I just thought that was such a cool, unique detail, like, world building thing, and it becomes a problem at a later point in the book too, which was, it's just so well tied together. Like, Julie Kagawa has such a way with worlds and, like, effortless lore. But yeah, it was a super cool setting, and the main character is part of the Thieves Guild. She's a thief. She always has been. She's an orphan. Her name is Sparrow, and she is hired by a higher thief organization called the Circle. So I guess, like, Thieves Guild answers to the Circle, I think. So anyway, she's hired directly by the Circle to do this job where she has to go down into the old, abandoned, ancient city in the sewers beneath the city she grew up in, and steal this special stone. And basically doing so, sets off catastrophic events. And she finds out that she's part of something. She might be part of something much bigger. And yeah, it was super cool. It was fairly fast paced, lots of action, lots of moving pieces. A lot of like really cool, interesting characters. Like, I don't know, like Julie Kagawa always makes me fall in love with their characters. I just can't help it. They feel so real and alive, and each one is so unique. And there's a couple of places where the characters like really surprise me. And yeah, like I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to spoil anything. But there's some kind of like magic aspects, but it's not like hard magic, and not everybody can do it, and it's not like, I don't know, it's different, but it's super cool. And I'm really excited to see where she takes the rest of the trilogy, because like book one wrapped up fairly well. Obviously there's like loose ends and whatnot, so I'm excited to see where she goes with that. And I'm just intrigued because like I have my theories. I don't know if I'm right yet, but one of the characters, like, they're going to this city to talk to the queen of this other city about what's happened to all of them. And we haven't met this queen. Only the one character knows of her. But I'm very suspicious. I feel like they're walking into a trap. And I don't think the character that's taking them there knows that it's a trap either. Like, I think there's like layers to this deception. But yeah, so I'm excited. The second book is called Deathless, and it's coming out sometime this year. It might already be out, but I don't think so. But it's coming out some point this year, and I will be picking up a copy and reading that and seeing how it goes. One of Julie Kagawa's other series, Shadow of the Fox, is another trilogy, and that one I rated book 1 4 stars, same as Fateless here, but the rest of the trilogy like absolutely blew me away. So I'm kind of hoping that that's the same deal with this one. Both Fateless and Shadow of the Fox were very intricate, brand new worlds, so it was a lot to understand. Like, again, Julie Kagawa does it well, but it was a lot to absorb, and I think that's part of what made them 4-star reads, was that they were just a little bit harder to get through at first. But with Shadow of the Fox in books 2 and 3, like I knew what was happening, you know, like book 1 set me up. I understood where we were, how the world worked, and then book 2 and 3 just took me on the ride, you know? So, they also completely devastated me. But I'm hoping that, like Shadow of the Fox, Fateless is just kind of a slow burn series. It starts off and then you just go to the clouds. And hopefully don't have your soul torn out this time, but my hopes aren't high. My hopes aren't high, Julie. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments below if you've read Fateless, what your thoughts are, if you're excited for Deathless, and if you've read any other Julie Kagawa books. I'd love to know, because I find it's hard to find people who've read Julie Kagawa, and that's a shame because she's incredible. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks again.